I love seeing the success that you have because you are one of those people that has joy and light when you're at events and it's just great to be around you. So it's always fun to have you as a friend and see you at the different events. I loved how you brought the different Lego packages to PT Expo and the different trade
That was so
shows.
fun.
And it's one of those things where people go like, "What is this? Are you nuts?" And you're like, "No,
I know.
just here, play. Like
Yeah, just have fun.
be creative. Like remember why you got into this space. Be creative. Have some
Yeah.
fun with it. It's
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing to have fun."
Yeah. Well, it helps that I'm raising 3 boys that are all like incredible, like tinkerers, like super into math and technology. And they come up to the office all the time and ask what they can do to help around here. And so I think it helps me see other people in that same light of like, wow, there is a lot of joy to be had specifically in manufacturing because there's so much of that. There's so many opportunities to have that satisfaction of having
Yeah.
created something. And I think that's a human thing. Like, I think we all love that. Like, whether it's like playing a musical instrument or cooking a meal or doing a painting or planting some flowers, like, it feels good to take a step back and be like, look what I could do. Like, I created something, and you can do that at work.
Well, and I mean, really, that's who we're made to be, right? We're created to be
Mm-hmm.
that person that creates.
Yep.
In the image of God. God's a
Yep.
creator. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it fits inside of our wheelhouse when we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
whether we recognize it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't underplay how much it matters as leaders, or whoever is out there, doing this. When you give credit to other people, when you encourage them to say like, hey, you did an amazing job, like, you had a great day, you made our team better, you helped fix this problem, you swept the floor and it looks so much better now. Like, I think we have to teach people
Yes.
to change their own inner voice and like start to celebrate what they've created and lean into that feeling and not turn it off. Like, for some reason we have to do that now that we're adults.
Yeah. And we forget. We get busy. It's like we talked about in the beginning, right? We forget about what's going on, and it's real easy to forget to say thank you to somebody for sweeping the floor, taking out the garbage, coming up with a good idea. Um, we start to take some things for granted, and we have to check ourselves as leaders because we don't have the ability to tune out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's probably the hardest part, is you can't turn your head or your heart off
Right.
anymore.
Have you
Yeah.
always had that mentality to enjoy and have fun in your work, in your life, and what's going on?
Maybe it was a little accidental. Maybe it was a little the product of privilege. For a while, I only worked part-time, and I was home with my kids. And so when I did go into the office, a lot of times it was like, oh, this isn't a day I normally go in, but I need to run in for something, and I'm just going to bring my kid with me. And it was my dad's shop, and so I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
And through the years of recognizing how significant that was for me, I started thinking about how can I make that available to people who don't already have that mentality of like, I'm not even going to ask if I can, stay home with my sick child, or bring my kid into work with me because the daycare's closed, or take a plan for a long vacation and get some support on that. I just assumed that should happen. And I think out of that kind of privileged assumption, my own, it's almost like, this beautiful naivete, like, you're too naive to know that that's not normal, so you
Right.
just act like it's normal. And then I think it kind of progressed into a big part of our company culture. I mean, we have significant spaces in our facility that are set aside for kids to be here.
Mm.
And it just kind of became a part of who we are.
Think, let's bring it all to what the topic was, is creating a culture of family. And really
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is, right? You see these people every day. You spend more time at work than you do at home. And you should, I'm not saying you have to be best friends with everybody at work, but everybody should get along to some extent and know that they can count on each other and rely on each other for when things get hard, or even when you want to just have people to celebrate with.
Yeah. 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 And I think it starts with defining your brand. And that means defining your culture as well, like deciding what identity your company is going to have, ensuring you're hiring and firing within that, and that, you're hiring people that fit that. And then beyond that, it's making sure that people know that they're cared for, that they can be genuine at work, that they can be accepted, that you want excellence from them, and then give them the freedom, the space, and the empowerment to excel.
Yeah.
And then for us, it means opening the door to their spouses, their children, all of that stuff as well. And just making sure that they know that we don't just care about them, we care about who they are in their family, who they are in their community, and empowering them to be involved and be excelling there as well. And then, from there, it's just refining. If you have a strong, clear brand, if you're controlling what you can about your company culture, if you're hiring or firing along those lines, and you're making sure that people know that they're cared for at work, then it's like the other things you can dial in as you go.
Yeah, I agree. Hey there. Thanks for watching the Manufacturing Alliance podcast. If you liked what you saw, click here to watch the full interview. Or you can click our channel link here. But either way, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. That's it for now. Take care and God bless.